Yes, I always want to encourage people to help out in whichever way they can at the BSWA. It's not a big facility, but all the people here are always just amazing people and good friends. And more than that, I know many people complain that they are studying and it's very tough. They're trying to find a partner and it's very tough. And they're trying to get enough money and it's very tough. Why? You need more good karma. So this is your opportunity to make more good karma here at BSWA. Immense good karma. And if you make immense good karma like that, of course, you'll be happy ever after. Eventually. So it's a good thing to do. So anyone who gets a bit depressed, things don't go well in their life, they get a bit sick, that's what you should do. Increase your good karma and your good happiness. And then you'll be much more alive, much more enjoying life. Is that true? Do you agree? I can hardly hear you. Do you agree? Yeah, excellent. True. So anyway, I better stop my advertising, my marketing campaign, and let's do some meditation. Okay, so please sit down and follow my lead and be quiet. I have to be quiet too, don't I? Very good. Okay, but I will give some advice. It's a guided meditation at the beginning. It comes to a point where I become quiet and that you carry on enjoying the peace. So first of all, when you're sitting down, either on the floor or on a chair, please become aware of your body. How does your body feel right now? We'll deal with your mind later on. Just how does your body feel? And you can start by watching the body part by part, a little part by little part. I usually start with becoming aware of my toes. I choose to do that because it's the furthest part from my head, and lots of people, they live in their head, and sometimes they don't even feel their toes. One of my teacher's sayings, that's Ajahn Brahm in Thailand, 50 years ago, he told me, "You Westerners have got stupid toes." I laughed at first, but it was so true. We weren't aware of that area of our body. So how are your toes? How do they feel? Once you know how they feel, then you can be kind to them. Being kind is knowing how they feel and ask anything I can do for you, toes, which can make you feel more comfortable. And you wouldn't have been able to see this, but a moment ago I just moved my left big toe to make it feel more comfortable. And the result of that, the sensations, the feelings in those toes get much more soft, much more easy. And then from my toes, I move up to the rest of my foot. Rest of your foot, how are you? And it's so difficult to use language to describe these feelings. They're rested, they're at ease. But I always find I can make them more comfortable, which is weird. Because I'm kind to them, they feel a sense of safety, and they know that if anything happens, I will look after the rest of my feet straight away. Have you ever had that feeling that when somebody is really kind to you and you trust them so much, you can relax? That's how the muscles and everything else in my feet react when I'm mindful and kind to them. I call it the practice of kindfulness. Sometimes I've only got a short time to do this meditation, but sometimes even that much as being aware of my feet, that works so well. You feel a pleasure in the relaxation which you're giving your own body. But for your benefit, I'll go further up my body from my feet to my ankles. I'm just checking in with my ankles. They're part of my support group, like people working for you in an office, like your friends, your companions. So I check in with how my ankles feel. Because I do this a lot, I know the ankle feeling. Today it feels really nice. No aches, no pains. I haven't injured my ankles today. So I wish them well and go further up my body, up my calves. It's very much as I scan my attention going up my body. It's very much like you see, like a friend, or you see someone who's a son or a daughter or a grandchild of yours. You love them, you want to care for them, to make sure if there's anything you can do to help them, you will do that straight away. And of course, that's how I regard my body. So many muscles and bones and ligaments and goodness knows what else, organs, and I care for them. It's a great training, and it's obvious the benefits of caring for parts of your own body, just how you become healthy. So the calves of my legs, the skin on the outside of those legs, even the blood flowing through them. And sometimes you can become so aware you can feel that blood flow. Smooth and easy. Just your mindfulness can do things like that because it gets really aware. And it feels nice, so you don't need to be distracted. It's like if you are thinking about something else, you're missing out. How do your legs feel? I go to my knees. You know, again, been a monk over 50 years now, and I can sit cross-legged on the floor, where some younger people, they can't sit on the floor for more than half an hour without having pain. I can feel the beautiful relaxation going on in the bones and ligaments and muscles. When my knees are at peace, I move up to my thighs. Big load of muscles. They never cause me any problems. I thank them for that. I regard parts of my body like I regard each one of you, with kindness, with care. How can I help? What service can I do for you? That's what I do to my own thighs. And if they want to be adjusted or moved, I'll do that. If they need to be scratched, I will do that. But my thighs are just so comfortable right now. And I go to my butt. And I often mention I've got a heavy body, so the pressure which is transferred through my buttocks onto the cushion, I can feel that. But because it doesn't change and it's safe, there's no danger there, I just wish it well and move further up my body to my waist. And I know that sometimes if the waist can become sore, if you've been working, But I know the best feeling from my waist. I just stretch my body slightly, and then my waist feels kind of strong and at ease. And that's a position I get from my meditation. Right now, I'm going to spend some time in meditation so I get that feeling in my waist, which is my meditation posture for my waist. And then I scan up my body. Sometimes I go up my back to make sure all the bones are okay. And I'm not afraid of during the meditation stretching them this way, stretching them that way to find the optimum position. Just takes a minute. And it means you don't get sore. And then I go back to the bottom of my body again. And I go up my digestive tract, moving upwards to relax any feelings in that digestive tract. And because as a monk I eat often things which I don't know what's in them, sometimes you can get sore. And I've used this method to overcome really quickly, even surprised me, like food poisoning. Just relax the guts, the intestines, the colon. Relax a whole lot. Any pain, any tension softens and then vanishes without any medications or anything. And as I move upwards, if I notice any hard feelings or like painful feelings or tight feelings or tension, as I scan up my body, I will go there, focus my mind there, and give it so much kindness which relaxes it. So kindness which overcomes the past and the future. You give it that kindness and the past and the future get so soft. It's easy to let go. So as you get to know the different parts of your body, if any part is sick, you heal it with your kindness. I always say that it allows the natural healing within your body to do its job, so you really can be at peace. And move up to my stomach. Stomach moves up to my lungs. Lungs move up to my heart region. Because you do this regularly, you can actually feel these organs. Only generally at first. But you know if there's an ache or a pain there, how to relax that ache or pain. That's why people who do have cancers, such as brain cancers, or lung infections, diseases, it's amazing what you can do to heal yourself. You're aware, and you don't add any fear. Instead you add kindness, relaxation. You feel your whole body get at ease. And then you keep going upwards, you get to your shoulders. I often say that my shoulders are always tense. That's how it feels. But today my shoulders are nicely relaxed. Well done. If your shoulders do feel a bit painful because they're being stretched and worked too hard, wonderful method to ease that tension in your shoulders is go the opposite direction first. Scrunch up the shoulders as tight as you can. I'm just going to do this. I don't need to, but just do it. It's on the camera, so maybe You can see this and record it. Scrunch it up as much as I can, then let go. And it's always, you end up more relaxed than when you started. It's like you go up a hill and then you let something roll down. It goes much deeper, much further down than when you started. My shoulders feel really nice now. And then I go down those shoulders to the elbows, which have been very good to me. They never caused me any trouble. And then down to my wrists, then my hands. I go to my hands because it's a beautiful place where you can feel them so clearly. I see how my hands are positioned. And I just ask the fingers. I'm not a crazy monk. I ask my fingers, how are you? Would you like to be adjusted? Like I was talking to any one of you. And my fingers say yes. So I'm just going to adjust them slightly. You know, if you listen to what, say, your partner suggests to you, even that much show you care for them. And this shows my fingers know that I care for them. They don't tense up. I feel really nicely relaxed. The feeling of relaxation is very pleasant. Go back up to my neck, finish in my shoulders and my neck. To relax my neck, I often move my head backwards and forwards, and that's what they needed just now. Just to find the optimum position. Otherwise, you can very easily get an ache in your neck. And then go to my head. And for my head, the biggest problem in the head is your brain. So for the brain, I have this imaginary exercise. I imagine my poor brain being thinking too much. I imagine a little hinge on the side of my skull, so I can open up my skull, take the brain out, and put it in a little bed, very comfortable, nice sheets and a pillow, so I can take a rest. Brain, be calm. You don't have to work. You don't have to make decisions. Take a rest. And that makes the head nice and comfortable. And once the body is relaxed, I always like just looking at the whole body as a one thing. Join everything up. And how does it feel? You know, I do this. My body feels so relaxed. Much more relaxed than 15 minutes ago when I started meditating. And I enjoy that feeling of relaxation. It is very helpful to put joy, happiness into the meditation, to recognize it and give it value. My body feels so relaxed, it kind of disappears. What I'm left with now is my mind. How peaceful are you? The more joy I have, the more peace I feel. What happens is the joy keeps you in this moment. The mind likes being here with happiness. And that avoids the two hindrances of peace, which is the past and the future. You're right here, right now, and it's nice being here. You're starting to get in contact with this thing we call the mind. And then to make it more peaceful, see if you can not encourage thinking. Stop naming things. Stop working out arguments. Stop judging, which means you stop thinking and be silent. Lao Tzu used to say when people think and give things names, they're not really observing it anymore. They're watching descriptions, not experiences. At that point, I have to be quiet. When I speak again, it'll be close to the end of the meditation. So it is coming to the close to the end of the meditation. Do not open your eyes yet. Just to know how you feel, not just in the body, but in your mind. What does peace feel like? And how peaceful can you be? What does stillness feel like? The best way of knowing things and seeing them deeply is through a still mind. The more the mind is still, the deeper it can see. Now, the meditation time is now over. So slowly open your eyes and slowly feel the body and let it get going again. Meditation is now over.